Hey guys, this is the retail unit of the newly launched S24 Ultra. This will be my daily driver for the year. It brings a lot of cool new features and upgrades compared to my previous daily driver, the S22 Ultra. By the way, a comparison video between these two phones will be out very soon. In this video, I'll be focusing on the performance of S24 Ultra. So we'll do a 1 hour non-stop gaming test of this phone, where I'll try out 4 games each for around 15 minutes. Before we start, let's quickly see what's under the hood of this phone. It's the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, but it's slightly overclocked specifically for Galaxy devices. In terms of raw capabilities, this phone scores really well in benchmarks. Even for sustained load, it does quite well thanks to the much larger vapor chamber cooling system inside. These results will obviously change depending on the ambient temperature. As right now, it's winter time, it's a pleasant 20 to 25 degrees Celsius here. In the summer heat, the sustained performance will obviously go down a little bit. Few things to note before we start the test. First, the alternate game performance mode is turned on. Second, I have set all games to max FPS mode in Game Booster Plus plugin. And third, I am testing it using the firmware that came out of the box. I have not yet received any update. If I do notice any major difference in performance after a future update, I'll either make a follow-up video or share my findings in a pinned comment on this video. Now, without any further ado, let's start the 1 hour gaming test. As you can see, the ambient temperature is around 23 degrees Celsius and the phone's surface temperature is around 26 degrees Celsius. Now, let's start with Asphalt 9. I'm playing this game in high quality mode at 60 FPS. This game is visually stunning, but based on the CPU and GPU usage, this game is definitely not pushing the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 hard enough. The internal temperature is still under 35 degrees Celsius and the frame rate has been a rock solid 60 FPS. Let's stop it here. The surface temperature has barely reached 30 degrees Celsius. Next is BGMI, better known as PUBG Mobile. Here we are playing in smooth graphics at 90 FPS. As you can see, the GPU usage is not even 50% here, so it's not at all taxing for this phone even though we are playing at 90 FPS. Internal temperature is still under 35 degrees Celsius, so even this game is a cakewalk for this phone. We'll stop it here. The surface temperature is still around 30 degrees Celsius. Next is Call of Duty Mobile. We'll be playing this game in medium graphics at 120 FPS. Things are the same here as well. The CPU and GPU usage is barely taxing for the phone. The frame rate is very stable at around 120 FPS and the internal temperature is still under 35 degrees Celsius. Okay, now we are done with this game. The surface temperature is similar if not lower now. Next is Genshin Impact. This is the most demanding game of the bunch. We'll be playing it at the highest settings at 60 FPS with motion blur turned off. Okay, so here finally the GPU utilization is in the red with around 80 to 90% usage. The frame rate is still very stable and very close to 60 FPS. The internal temperature is now between 35 to 40 degrees Celsius. Alright, we are done here. The surface temperature is still under 35 degrees Celsius, so it's still cool to the touch. If you haven't noticed, the battery was at 96% at the start of the test and now it's at 77%. So it just used about 20% battery in 1 hour. That roughly translates to around 5 hours of intense gaming on a single charge, which is really impressive. Alright, that's the end of this video. This phone scored really well in benchmarks and even with an intense 1 hour of non-stop gaming test, it came out with flying colors. So as far as performance is concerned, this phone is easily one of the best in the market. Hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel down below. Thanks for watching.